Hey folks, so welcome back to Wooden Toolman's channel. I'm Wayne, and what I'm going to do in this video is just show you a little bit more of my homemade pocket hole machine. So if you haven't seen this machine before in action, just kind of look through my other videos and you'll see some videos of me acting crazy with it and drilling fast. And I even got a little video up of my little girl. She drilled like 120 in 2.5 minutes, I think, with this thing. So it's fast and it's easy to use. You know, if a little girl that's 4 feet tall can drill 120 pocket holes in 2.5 minutes, and that's not even going steady. She stops and taps the holes out. It's kind of comical to watch, but you know, it should give you an indication on how easy it is to use. So I'm just going to kind of show you a little bit more of this thing. So from around back, what I'm going to do is just kind of get around front and push down on the foot paddle. So you can see when I push down on the paddle, what happens is there's then weights that are down there. Well, that's what's pulling the clamp open. So by using weights, what that does is it makes it way easier. So with a spring, you know, you can extend a spring a little bit and it's not too bad, but the more you extend a spring, the harder it gets toward the end of, you know, the longer you stretch it, the harder it is to stretch it anymore. So by using the weights, it makes it easier because it's no problem to lift that weight. It doesn't change any in how much I move it. So in the earlier version of this, I was using a spring, but I ended up changing it to a counterweight down there, which works way better. It makes it a lot easier. So you can see that when I drill the hole, the weights come up. Now this is the part where the clamp is shut, and this strap will start to tighten up, and this is what pulls the drill down. So you can see by pulling on, or pushing it the rest of the way, it pulls down on this little lever and actually engages the drill. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you there. I'm going to take the drill actually out. So the first thing I got to do is I got a little spring here. I got to release it. Then I've got to take a screw out of the end of this strap. Then I got to loosen one screw off here. And then that'll slide up, and then my drill will come out. So to hook this drill down, it was really easy. All I did was take a piece of melamine, and I got the drill so it was laying nice and flat. And then what I did was I just found a spot in the drill where I could actually put a real heavy-duty screw through this thing and not have it affect anything. Then you can see I just ground it off on the back, and it's been this way for, it's been over 2 years since I built this thing, and it's drilled literally thousands of holes. I do kitchen cabinets for a living, and you know, if you see my other videos, you see the way I drill them. I use big panels and I put pocket holes around everything. And it's one of my main selling features for my kitchens. So I needed a way, that's the reason why I built this. I needed a way to drill lots of holes and drill them fast and drill big panels, you know, in my little small area over here. So, you know, real simple way to hook it down. So that's why I can change my bit so easy. All I've got to do is when it's you know, sitting in the machine, I just loosen it off, push the drill sideways, pull the bit out, and then put it back in place. So it's pretty simple, and then there's where the spring hooks on to pull it back up. So real simple setup. You're going to build some of these things there. You should try to find some of these little screen door springs. I use them in pretty much everything I build. So now I'm just going to slide this back in place. So you can see there's just a little simple lever system here that's what pulls the drill down. Now I'll just slide this back in. The only other thing I do sometimes too is, the other thing I use is spray silicone, because it just makes this melamine, if you spray a little bit of spray silicone on this stuff, it slides just like it's incredible how good it slides. So now I just hook my spring back on here. So now I'll just put her back together, so just put this block down in place, and that just stops that from coming up too far, so it just allows the drill to come to the top of the cycle. Now I'll just hook my spring back up. Then my lever comes down, and I ended up switching this to a Chev serpentine belt too. So there. So now I'll just turn this to the front. Then I guess you guys have seen the front enough, so if you got any questions, just ask. And if you guys want, what I could do is I did do a build here a couple of years ago, and I taped all the, I did a build and taped it all, and if you guys want, I could upload it again, and then you guys could start building some of these yourselves. So hopefully you've enjoyed this, and keep tuning in.